Well, there's no denying that change is happening rapidly nowadays. And when I started in the roofing business a couple of decades ago, we used to use yellow pages. And this is how customers would be able to find service providers. They would leap through the yellow pages. And we were one of the first to embrace the internet. And in 2006, we launched our website. And because in those days, not a lot of people were on the internet, we were number one on Google search in roof repairs. And we stayed in that number one position for the next 10 or so years, either at number one or in the first 5. And then what happened? Obviously, the competition caught up with us, and all the major players got onto the internet and paid a lot of money to get search engine optimization, and their ranking started to climb. We were in a position then that we had so many inquiries coming through Google search that we couldn't cope. There was just too many inquiries, and we didn't have enough capacity to do all the work. So even though we had upgraded our website quite a few times since we first started, we took our eyes off the ball, and with search engine optimization. So as a result, our rankings went down. We still had a lot of work, but our rankings went down. And as of a few months ago, we were ranked about number 30. So how do clients find me? Well, I've discovered that a lot of my clients come from YouTube and social media. They see me on video or they see me on pictures, and then they come to my website. So it didn't really matter that on Google you couldn't find me on the first few pages. People still found me. So I'm asking myself, what is happening to search nowadays? Well, I think many of us have heard about artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence can do a lot of the research and a lot of the content generation for us. So if you want some words written about any topic, ChatGPT-4 will actually do a better job than a human being writing that article. And as a result, words are so cheap nowadays. So I think the challenge for a search engine like Google is that they don't know which words to trust. So what do? Well, high quality pictures that are relevant and high quality videos are a lot more authentic. So I believe that's where search is going, is that people are going to be looking at videos and looking at pictures, and the value of the written word has decreased in relevance. And I believe the future of search is going to be artificial intelligence, and even artificial intelligence is going the route of pictures, images, and video. And this is the reason that I'm producing this video for you today, because it's highly likely that you'll see this video before you see anything on my webpage. So roof repairs in Sydney, what's been happening? Well, certainly from when I first started to now, there are a lot more players in the roof repair game. And there are some good ones, but unfortunately, the bad ones outnumber the good ones. And it's not entirely their fault. Why? Because it takes a long time to learn the intricacies of roof repairs. And a lot of the newer players just haven't got the training. So without the training, they don't really know how to do their jobs properly. So we end up with a lot of roof repairs here in Sydney that just don't work. I can confidently say that 80% of the roof repairers out there that you'll find, if you do a search, aren't any good. And how can I say that? Well, that's predominantly because 80% of the work that we do on roof repairs is to fix up the repairs that other roofers have done. And this is quite mind-boggling, because surely only a 20% hit rate for good roofers is a fairly low hit rate. But this is the data, I believe. And as an example of what's happening with the roof repair game and the problem with bad workmanship, we've got a lot of examples and stories on our new Roofing Portal YouTube channel. And here are just a few snippets of those videos about roof repairs in Sydney and how a lot of things have gone wrong, and we've been calling as the backstop, as a last resort to try to do the roof repair work properly.
So I had someone, it was leaking before.
Not here, but
not
somewhere
here,
else.
the other
Okay,
side.
yeah.
But the guy just came and I say I need to have a repair the roof
Yes.
and repaint it.
Yes.
But they actually send out someone who doesn't know the job.
Okay.
So they just do a clean up
They clean the roof.
and repaint it.
They paint the roof, yeah. Then he goes, it's still leaking.
What? That's
So,
mind-blowing,
yeah,
yes.
So he goes to the guy and he calls him back and says, "Wait, the roof is leaking, and you painted it, you fixed it, right?"
Yeah.
And the guy went up, he says, I don't know how to fix it. Who did your roof restoration for you? Did painting and all that?
A company based in Lane Cove called,
Okay.
I think it has something like a 25-year warranty, and I'm not kidding.
Well, that's a...
They they supposedly did a really extensive prep thing, but obviously they didn't.
no,
but
they
that's supposedly, you know, what we were sold anyway.
Yeah, well,
Thank you
if
for
you
that.
didn't get what
Thank
you were
you for
sold.
that. No, we didn't.
I've had it up to here.
Really?
Other
Why?
people coming up there.
Because I saw your picture and all that, and I kind of like gathered what was happening.
Yeah.
So what's the story? I mean, like, has it been leaking for a while? Or
It's been leaking for years and
Years.
years. And we had a gentleman come up and he said it was the valley. So
Right.
I spent money on the valley.
Yeah.
And then it rained, and then I said, "You got to come back." And then he said, "Oh, it's something else." Then I said, "But you went up there and
Yeah.
said it was the valley."
Right.
And so I said, "Well, give me another quote." So then he gave me another quote to like rip off all the tiles, like in the best.
Yeah, yeah, in that
section.
section, yeah. Yep.
But that was also with his side, like
Oh,
so it would
okay.
have been 4-4
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
half,
thingy.
yep, yep.
But and I said, "Oh, forget it." So then I had another gentleman come, and then he replaced the. He said it's your.
Cycling, is it?
He said it was your. He found some tiles that were the
Yeah, the water
course.
course is broken. Yes.
And he goes, "They're broken. We've got to replace them." And I said, "Did you find?" He goes, "Yes, it's this, 100%, 100." So he started replacing some, and then it rained a bit, and then he came out again, replaced some more. But he did the job in like an hour, and I thought, surely you can't remove tiles and do it in an hour.
So, I mean, over the course of the last 6 years, it's dripped in a few places, but mostly about here.
Right. Just with a lamp piece, okay.
Yeah, roughly here, and then just the other side of the island, about here.
Okay. Now that the ceilings come out, how long has the ceiling been out?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
2 years, 2021. It's the ceiling started to collapse
Okay.
here during
So-
those heavy rains of 2021.
You've had no ceiling for 2 years.
Yes.
Now, who put the roof on?
The builder of the.
A builder who has taken the ceiling down. That's the same thing.
yes.
So
Yeah.
he's taken the ceiling down, but he's still no idea of what's actually causing it.
Causing it. And I've had an engineer's
Yeah.
report, and they've identified 5 or 6 possible entry points that are basically all around.
So we've had a couple of people, and we don't know because we haven't been up there, so we
Yeah.
can't see what's
Okay.
going on.
All right. So,
One comes, fixes it, says it's fixed,
Yeah.
and it still happens. So
okay.
2 or 3 people have come out.
Already
Yeah.
and done, because I can see work's been done, and then there's been some flashing put on, then it's been taken off, and
So we don't know who to trust anymore, kind of a thing, you know.
Yeah, all right. So initially, what actually happened was just
So
that
this,
mark
it was
in there.
just that.
Okay.
So
How long ago you said? Because I think you said it
I
was
reckon
only
up
last
to
few months.
about a year ago.
So about a year ago, you saw that mark starting to come.
Yeah.
Then you called somebody.
Yep.
Then they came and did some work.
Yes. Then it still happened.
It still happened.
So basically, it hasn't been resolved after
All right.
all that work that's happened.
That the same guy did all the work, or different guys?
Different.
All different guys. Okay. So if you're looking to get your roof repaired in Sydney, you've probably got about a 20% hit rate with getting a good roofer. And your challenge is to find that 20%. And that challenge for you starts right now.